Who is Quinn in The Boys Season 5? Full history, legacy, fate, and why he was hanging there. The Boys Season 5 continues doing what it does best, introducing disturbing mysteries that seem small at first but slowly reveal something much darker underneath. And in episode 4, one of the biggest surprises was the sudden appearance of Quinn, a character fans had never heard of before, yet someone who clearly meant everything to Soldier Boy. At first glance, Quinn may look like just another tragic victim of Vought's twisted experiments. But once you look deeper into the scene, the emotional reaction from Soldier Boy, and the history surrounding Fort Harmony, it becomes obvious that Quinn is far more important than he first appears. This was not just a random monster reveal. This was the return of a buried secret. And if the clues are pointing in the right direction, Quinn may be one of the most important missing pieces of Soldier Boy's past. Let's break down Quinn's full possible history, his connection to Soldier Boy, his legacy, his fate, and why he was hanging inside that wall for so many years. Quinn's introduction was meant to feel disturbing. When Soldier Boy, Homelander, and Frenchie enter Fort Harmony, the entire facility already feels cursed. This is not just an old military base. It feels like a forgotten graveyard of Vought's earliest sins. The walls are infected, the air is poisoned, rage spores have turned the environment into something alive and violent. Everyone inside has either gone insane or died. Then they find Quinn. He is attached to the wall, barely alive, physically merged into the structure of the lab itself. He is suffering, conscious, trapped, and begging for death. That image alone tells viewers everything they need to know about early Vought science. They didn't care about saving people. They cared about results. And Quinn became one of the bodies left behind. But what truly makes the scene important is not Quinn's appearance. It is Soldier Boy's reaction. The moment he sees Quinn, the arrogant and violent Soldier Boy suddenly becomes emotional, conflicted, and shaken in a way we have almost never seen before. That means Quinn was deeply personal. Quinn's history with Soldier Boy explained. The strongest theory right now is that Quinn was someone from Soldier Boy's life before he became America's first celebrity superhero. And there are only a few people who could trigger that kind of pain in him. A brother, a close childhood friend, a military partner, someone he betrayed long ago. The episode also mentions Soldier Boy's brother for the first time, which feels very intentional. That detail was not randomly inserted. It was likely preparing viewers for Quinn's reveal. If Quinn truly was Soldier Boy's brother, then the story becomes tragic. Before Compound Vi, Soldier Boy was just Ben, a privileged man trying to prove himself. His brother may have been the real soldier, the brave one, the respected one, the one their father admired. That would explain jealousy. That would explain competition. That would explain why Ben wanted the V trials. Instead of earning greatness, he may have stolen the path meant for Quinn. Then history rewarded the wrong man. One brother became Soldier Boy. The other became forgotten. Why Quinn was hanging there. This is the most haunting part of the entire mystery. Why was Quinn attached to the wall instead of being killed? Why leave him alive? Why keep him trapped for decades? The answer likely comes down to V1, the original unstable version of Compound Vi. Unlike modern Compound Vi, V1 was experimental, dangerous, and unpredictable. Instead of giving clean powers, it probably caused mutations, body fusion, rage responses, and endless suffering. Quinn may have been one of the earliest test subjects. Something went wrong during the experiment. His body merged with the facility itself, possibly through biological overgrowth caused by the leaking V compound in the walls and soil. Instead of helping him, Vought likely sealed the room and abandoned him. That would be classic Vought behavior: hide the failure, protect the brand, move on. So Quinn hanging there was not punishment, it was disposal. He became living evidence of what Vought created. Why Soldier Boy never came back for him. This is where the story gets darker. If Soldier Boy knew Quinn was there all these years, then he abandoned him. If he did not know, then Vought lied to him too. Either possibility damages Soldier Boy's legacy. If he knew, it means he chose fame over loyalty. If he didn't know, it means even America's greatest hero was just another puppet. Both options fit the boys perfectly. Because no matter how powerful these heroes seem, Vought always controls the narrative. Quinn's legacy. In Soldier Boy's life, Quinn may represent everything Soldier Boy lost when he chose power. Think about Soldier Boy throughout the series. Cruel, bitter, emotionally broken, obsessed with respect, unable to love properly. Those traits often come from buried guilt. Quinn could be the origin of that guilt. Maybe Soldier Boy spent decades pretending he was untouchable because deep down he knew his rise came at someone else's expense. That would make Quinn more than a person. He would become Soldier Boy's conscience, the ghost of the life he destroyed. And the moment Soldier Boy sees Quinn again, all those years of denial collapse instantly. That is why he cries. Not because Quinn was weak, because Quinn mattered. Why Quinn's death matters so much. When Soldier Boy fires his blast and kills Quinn, it ends the rage spores and clears the threat. But emotionally, the moment means far more than that. It symbolizes Soldier Boy destroying the last evidence of his past. Quinn was the truth behind the legend, the victim behind the success story, the reminder of who Ben used to be. By killing Quinn, Soldier Boy may have saved the team physically, but spiritually he lost the last person connected to his original humanity. That is why he tells Homelander to kill him afterward. For once, Soldier Boy doesn't feel invincible. He feels empty. Quinn's fate was worse than death. Many characters die horribly in the boys' universe, but Quinn's fate may be among the worst. He was experimented on, physically transformed, trapped for years, left conscious, forgotten by the world, finally killed by the person he once trusted. That is tragedy on every level. And it also proves something important. In the boys, death is not always the worst outcome. Sometimes survival is. How Quinn changes Soldier Boy's legacy. Before this episode, many fans saw Soldier Boy as a brutal anti-hero. Dangerous, yes, but charismatic. Now Quinn changes that image. He reminds viewers that Soldier Boy's history was likely built on damage long before Homelander existed.